As a project professional, who wouldn't want to be influential? Who wouldn't want our colleagues to view us as wise, to see us as someone with real gravitas? So, what are 10 ways you can make a real impact with your ideas? To say to people, my ideas are worth noting. Number 1 is space. We all have a bubble of space around us, almost a kind of aura. We know that when we're with other people, there's a kind of distance that we don't encroach upon inappropriately. Interestingly, our sense of space affects the way people perceive us. So if you can mentally visualize your bubble just expanding outwards a little bit so that mentally you're occupying more space, that psychological effect inside your mind will somehow communicate itself to other people as they sense your increased confidence in the space you occupy. And that will give them the impression that you're someone with confidence and therefore someone worth listening to. Number 2 is to slow down, because people with gravitas don't need to rush. And of course, if you slow your speech down, people can understand you more clearly, they have more time to think about your words, and critically, you have more control over your breathing. Why does that matter? It matters because when we speak quickly and excitedly, we don't get quite enough breath, and therefore our vocal cords start to contract and our voice rises up through its registers. When we speak slowly, our voice settles to its natural register, and most human beings will interpret a lower, more natural sounding voice as a sign of confidence and authority. A side tip, number 2.5 if you like, is to also keep the volume of your voice down. People lacking authority and lacking confidence need to shout to get attention. But if you've got real confidence and real authority, you can speak quietly so that other people feel the need to lean in and listen to what you're saying. Third, think small. Big movements convey charisma. Big words convey intellect. Big speeches convey status. But small movements convey economy. Small words convey understanding. Small speeches convey moments of deep insight. Wise people do and say relatively little, but what they do say conveys a lot. There's a time for big, but when you want to convey authority, gravitas, and wisdom, think small. Fourth, be still. Stillness conveys a special quality in today's frenetic world. If you can cultivate the ability to be still, it will distinguish you from the rest of the busy, rush world around you. It would also convey a sense of weight. The word gravitas is the Latin word for weight. Stillness conveys authority. Fifth, summarize. Smart people will always jump in to make sure that their ideas are heard. But wise people will wait. They will listen to all the ideas. They will evaluate them and synthesize them into a deeper insight. They will summarize what they have heard, drawing out the important elements and making sure that they focus on what really matters. Sixth, silence. The ultimate in slowing the pace of your speech is silence. And one of the things I have found is that in any conversation, the person who is most comfortable with silence will have a natural advantage in that conversation. silence is difficult because people aren't comfortable with it. But the ability to listen in silence and to hold a silence while you think through what you've heard demonstrates deep thought and insight. And when someone has finished speaking, don't just jump in. Pause. Wait. Revel in the silence. And only when you've got complete silence do you speak. That way there is only one person to listen to, and that's you. Number 8 is attention. Have you noticed that when you speak to most people, after a while their attention starts to wander? Their eyes will start to look over your shoulder, or maybe over your other shoulder. They'll be looking around the room or around their environment to see if there is something else that they could or should attend to. If you want people to really value you for your authority, for your wisdom, then make sure that you keep your attention 100% on them. That way they will start to feel that they are important to you. They will value that and be ready to listen to you when it's your turn to speak. 9th is process. A smart professional will have the answers to almost all the questions. But a wise professional will know that they can never have the answer to every question that emerges, because with their experience, they're working at the leading edge. So what's the answer? The answer is not to have the answer to the question, but to recognize the process for getting it. If there is a problem to be solved, the wise people are not the people who have an instant answer. They're the people who can pause and develop a process for moving forward and resolving the problem. If you don't know the answer clearly from your experience, then focus on the process to find, evaluate, and test the answer. And finally, number 10 is tone. In any environment, whose demeanor matters most? It's the person that everyone takes their cue from. Be that person who sets the tone. Read the room, understand the context, and adapt your tone so that you can lead people to adopt the right demeanor for the situation. These ideas are taken from my course on how to build Gravitas and from my book Smart to Wise, which is unfortunately out of print. But How to Build Gravitas is a short course that is available from the website, and if you look in the description below, you'll find a discount coupon so that you can access it today at a reduced price. Please do hit the like button if you've learned from this video. I'll be making loads more great project management content, so please do subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of it. And I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.